So hello everyone. In last class we have studied about nucleophilicity and we have seen that nucleophilicity depends on electron density. More will be electron density, more will be nucleophilicity. Another factor which affect nucleophilicity is steric factor. So more will be a steric factor, less will be nucleophilicity. That thing we have seen in the study class. Now one more factor which affect nucleophilicity is solvent. So we have seen that in different type of solvent, nucleophilicity or order will be different. So what are the type of solvent we have studied? So we have studied three types of solvent. Non-polar solvent, in which those solvent in which net dipole moment will be zero, like benzene, CCl4, and polar solvents. So we say there are two types of polar solvent: polar protic solvent and polar aprotic solvent. Polar protic solvents are those solvents which can form H bond, and polar aprotic solvents are those solvents which cannot form H bond. So examples of polar protic solvent I have given you: H2O, alcohol, carboxylic acid. All those are called polar protic solvent because they can form H bond. And polar aprotic solvent, famous example is DMSO, dimethyl sulfoxide, acetone, THF, tetrahydrofuran. These are the solvents which are polar aprotic solvent because they cannot form H bond. And we have seen that polar protic solvent can solvate cation and anion both, and polar aprotic solvent mainly solvate cation, they do not solvate anion. So in the case of polar aprotic solvent, more will be electron density, more will be nucleophilicity, and in the case of polar aprotic solvent, more will be electron density, less will be nucleophilicity because they will be solvated by polar protic solvent through hydrogen bonding. So today we will study carbocation. So first we will see all the properties of carbocation. So what is carbocation? So carbon intermediate having positive charge are called carbocation. So this thing already I have done in GOC. So it is trivalent, it is incomplete octet. So if you see this carbon has only 6 electrons. So this carbon is incomplete octet. So if it is an incomplete octet, it will be highly unstable. If it is highly unstable, it will be highly reactive. Next, we will see the hybridization. So hybridization of carbon in this will be sp2. Now, if you see the shape will be trigonal planar, and bond angle in this case will be 120 degree. Number of unpaired electron UP is equal to 0. Lone pair, in this case there is no lone pair present, so that will be also equal to 0. Now what is magnetic moment? Magnetic moment is given by under root n into n plus 2. So that thing also in this case will be 0 because there is no unpaired electron. Now what is a spin multiplicity? A spin multiplicity equal to 2 under root s plus 1. So in this case there is no unpaired electron, so it will be equal to 1 only. So if it is a spin multiplicity equal to 1, so that's why it is called singlet intermediate. And we have seen in the case of free radical, a spin multiplicity was 2, so that was called doublet intermediate. So this is called singlet intermediate because its spin multiplicity is 1. And what about the magnetic nature of this carbocation? Carbocations are dimagnetic or paramagnetic. So magnetic moment is 0, so it is dimagnetic. Now if you see, this carbocation has positive charge and there is one back-end orbital also. It is sp2 hybridized, so its p orbital is back-end. So it has back-end orbital. So it will act as an electrophile. Carbocation is electrophile. So it is electrophile. So you know that electrophile react with nucleophile. So it will react with nucleophile. Now, most important point in this case, nucleophile can approach carbocation from both sides equally. Nucleophile can approach carbocation from both sides equally. From both sides equally. So this is carbocation. Now this is carbocation. Now it has one p orbital, vacant p orbital, and we are taking one nucleophile, that is I minus. So I minus can approach this carbocation from this side also, and it can approach this carbocation from this side also. So if it is approaching from the upward, so see what product will form. So this I will be attached here, then T will come here, and due to repulsion it will come little downward. So this will be T and this will be H. Now when it will attack from downward, then what is the product? So I will be added from the downward, T will come here, and this will be D and this will be H. So this will be product. If you see in this case, these two are mirror image of each other. Here I have taken carbocation in such a way that it's giving two product, and both of these are enantiomer. They can be same also in other cases. So this is the important point, that nucleophile can approach carbocation from both sides equally. So this is very important point. Now important stability order of carbocation. So this I have already given in GOC when I have taught you carbocation stability of intermediate. But again I am giving you because this is very important to remember, and this is experimental data. So this is the most stable due to sigma resonance, or you can say dancing resonance. Then comes tropylium ion. This is stable because it has aromaticity. Due to aromaticity and resonance is the most stable. This triphenyl carbocation, then diphenyl carbocation, then PHCH plus and R. Then come 3-degree carbocation. So 3-degree carbocation is more stable because of 9-alpha hydrogen. It is more stable than phenyl carbocation because of 9-alpha hydrogen. Then comes phenyl carbocation. Then comes this, and then between these two, for phenyl carbocation and 2-degree carbocation, they have very less stability difference. So they are almost equally stable. Now then come 1-degree carbocation, then this is ethynyl carbocation, and then ethynyl carbocation. Now in this chapter we will see the formation of carbocation. So see, we have studied different types of when I have studied reaction mechanism, I have taught you different types of reaction which can be possible: elementary reaction and multi-step reaction. So when carbocation is intermediate, so when intermediate will form? So intermediate will form in multi-step reaction. So this can be one possible multi-step reaction. So what will happen? So we will study here only this part. When reaction is converting into intermediate, so we will see the formation of carbocation which is intermediate. How from intermediate to product will convert? It will this we will study later. So first we will study formation of carbocation, and first is by heterolysis. So now we have studied now. First we will see the bond breaking. First we will study the formation of carbocation through bond breaking, and I have taught you in the starting of GOC, when we have studied GOC, that there are two types of bond breaking possible: homolytic and heterolytic. So in this case, in the case of carbocation, ion will be formed. So what type of bond breaking will take place so that ion will be formed? So in this case, if we do heterolysis, so in the case of heterolytic bond breaking, ion will be formed. So by heterolytic bond breaking, by heterolysis of covalent bond, by heterolysis of covalent bond, so suppose you have this R, this R is called alkyl group, and this is called leaving group. So if we do the heterolysis, it will convert into R plus and Lg minus. So this R is alkyl group. So if it will convert into R plus and Lg minus, that this positive charge will come on the carbon. So carbocation will form. It is a reversible process. This two will again combine and can form RLg. Now, what are the factors which will affect this hydrolysis process? So factors which will affect hydrolytic bond breaking. So first is polar solvent, and you have said that solvent should be polar in the case of hydrolytic bond breaking. Second is leaving tendency of leaving group. Leaving tendency of leaving group. Now, how leaving tendency of leaving group will be affected? Leaving tendency is directly proportional to when this bond will be easy to break, when this side, like when this reaction will go in forward direction, and when this reaction will go in forward direction, when this R plus and Lg minus will be stable, then only this reaction will go in forward direction, then it will be easy to do the hydrolysis of this covalent bond. So leaving tendency of leaving group will be directly proportional to a stability of Lg minus. Leaving tendency of Lg will be directly proportional to a stability of Lg minus. Or it will be directly proportional to a stability of R plus. See, more stable R plus is forming, then it will be easy to do the hydrolysis of this covalent bond. Now, so this is the important point. So if Lg minus is more stable, so what will this basicity? It will directly proportional to basicity of Lg minus, or less, like if Lg minus is stable, so what is the basicity? It will be less basic or more basic. So, in the case of basicity, it should be able to donate this electron. So we have said more unstable the compound, more will be the basicity. And here this Lg minus has to be stable for good leaving group. So leaving tendency is inversely proportional to basic strength of Lg minus. So it is inversely proportional to basic strength of Lg minus. Now I am giving some question on leaving group. So question is, arrange the following in decreasing order of leaving tendency. In decreasing order of leaving tendency. See, question can be given in two format. They can also give like F, Cl, Br and I, or they can directly give F minus, Cl minus, Br minus and I minus. So here it is connected with the carbon bond. Here it is still connected with this R bond. So it is given like this: F, Cl, Br and I. So what is the leaving tendency of this group? So we will make F minus, Cl minus, Br minus and I minus, and we will see which is less basic, which is more stable or less basic. That will have more leaving tendency. So if we see in this case, what is the order of leaving tendency? Question can be given in this way also and it can this way also. It means it is still connected with R group and here it's already leaved. So what is the leaving tendency of this group? So this is the most stable. So this is the highest leaving tendency. Then this, or you can say this is the least basic. So this will have more leaving tendency, and similarly in this case will be this, and this. Now second question, you do by yourself. So first we'll see this one, second question. So in this case you see there is no resonance, nothing, and in this case two resonance is there. This negative charge is stabilized by two resonance, and here also, here negative charge is stabilized by three resonance, and here negative charge is stabilized by three resonance, and here due to plus I effect, its leaving tendency will decrease. Leaving tendency will decrease due to plus I effect of CS3. Both have three resonance, but in this case, due to plus I effect of CS3, leaving tendency will decrease. And in this case, yes, it will be CF3. In this case, this CF3 will apply minus I effect. Due to minus I effect of CF3, leaving tendency will increase. So what is the order of leaving tendency? This is the order of leaving tendency in this case. See, this is very, very poor leaving group. So 99% time, this will not act as a leaving group. 99% of the time, this will not act as a leaving group. Now generally in the reaction, they are given in the short form name. So, see in this compound, this part is called acetyl. This part is called acetyl group. This part is called acetyl group, and its short form is AC. So, it is denoted by minus OAC. Similarly, in this case, this part is called mesetyl, or this is denoted by MS. And in short form, overall this compound is denoted by OMS, and this group is denoted by MS. Now this group is called triphetyl. This group is called triphetyl and is denoted by TF. Now this whole group will denoted by minus OTA. So this is called acetate ion. OAC is called acetate ion. This is called mesylate ion. Mesitylate ion. And this is called triflate ion. So you have to remember these short names. This is called acetyl, this is called mesytyl and is denoted by MS, and this is called trifetyl and is denoted by TL. And their anion name will be acetate ion, mesitylate ion and triflate ion. Now, see in this case, this negative charge is shared between 3 oxygen, or it is showing 3 reactive structure. So this will have 3 RS here also, but its stability is decreased by due to plus I effect of or plus S effect of CS3 group. Due to this CS3 group, stability will decrease due to CS3 group. Now in this case, see, it is also 3 RS. Only there is no other group which is applying any effect. And in this case, it has 3 RS plus minus I effect. It stability will increase due to minus I effect of BR. And in this case, it is also 3 resonating structure, and its stability will increase due to minus R effect of NO2. So more the stability, better will be leaving group. So leaving group order will be this and this. Now we'll also do naming in this case also. So see in this case, this group, this part is called tosyl and denoted by TS in short form. Here this group is called brosyl and is denoted by BS. In this case, this group is called nosyl and is denoted by NS. So this overall ion, it will be denoted by OTS. This will be OBS minus OBS, and this will be minus ONS. Now this is called tosylate ion. This is called brosylate ion. Cyanic name will be brosylate ion, and this is called nosylate ion. So more the stable anion, more will be leaving group, better will be leaving group. Now you tell me that between RLG plus and RLG, if on the leaving group already positive charge is there, so which will be better leaving group, this RLG plus or this RLG? So when it will do the heterolytic bond breaking in this case, it will give R plus and LG. And here it will give R plus and LG minus. So we have seen that more the stable leaving group or the leaving group on which negative charge is more stable, that will be better leaving group. So in this case already there is no negative charge. So this will be better leaving group or this will be better leaving group. So in this case, see, here there is no negative charge, so this will act as a better leaving group. So whenever there is positive charge on an atom, it will act as a better leaving group. Now you tell me, question number 4. Between O2 and N2, which will be better leaving group? So they will be like this. If they will be in the organic compounds, here the positive charge on oxygen, and here positive charge will be on the nitrogen. So this will give, it will give R plus O2 and R plus N2. So I know many of you will give answer to O2 because you see positive charge on oxygen, so it will be more unstable and will convert into R plus and O2. But you have to also see the stability of leaving group. So you know N2 is more stable than O2. That's why it found more in nature, na? N2 has, like, if you see N2 is 80% in the nature because N2 is more stable. So between O2 and N2 is more stable. So this will act as a better leaving group in compared to O2. So here N2 is better leaving group. Similarly, fifth example, you have to compare between SH minus and OH minus. Now you know that negative charge is more stable on sulfur because size of sulfur is large. So HS minus is better leaving group than OH minus. Now we'll write some point in notes. The first point is N2 and OTF. OTF is triflat ion. N2 and OTF are called super leaving group. It means they are very good leaving group. Are called super leaving group. Second point, see, OH, F, OH, NH2 or OR and NHR, they do not act as a leaving group. They do not act as a leaving group. Act as a leaving group because they are very strong base. So they are very strong base. These compounds do not act as a leaving group. So if you see, if I will give ROH. So if you do the heterolytic bond breaking, from where bond breaking will take place? You break the bond here between O and oxygen, oxygen and hydrogen. So this will be the product RO minus and H plus. And you break bond from here, so it will give R plus and OH minus. So which bond breaking is right in this case? See, none of this is right because in both the cases a strong base is formed. Here RO minus is a strong base and here OH minus is a strong base. So both are wrong way to break the bond. This OH will not act as a leaving group. So how can you convert this into leaving group? So you can convert this into leaving group. So for converting this into leaving group, why they are good base? Because they are very high electron density. So if they are high electron density, we have to decrease the electron density to convert them into leaving group. So how can we decrease the electron density of this group? So for decreasing the electron density of this group, we will use proton H plus. So if you add H plus in this group, so H plus will take the electrons of oxygen and will combine into ROH2 plus. Now OH2 plus. Now this on this leaving group it has positive charge. Oxygen has positive charge. So positive charge on oxygen is very unstable. So it will try to take the electrons, and now it can easily convert into R plus and H2O. Now H2O is here weak base. So in this way you can convert alcohol into we can convert carbocation from alcohol. Similarly, if you see D of, if we take ROR, so you cannot break. If you directly breaking this, it will give RO minus and R plus. We cannot do this because RO minus is not a good leaving group. It's a strong base. So it's not a leaving group. So you cannot do the heterolytic bond breaking in this case in this way. Similarly, we will use proton or H plus. So if we use H plus, ROR, here H plus will come and it will take the electron from oxygen and will convert into ROR H plus. Now this will act as a good leaving group and it will convert into R plus and ROH. Now ROH here it is weak base. Similarly, in the case of amine, RNH2, to break this bond, R plus and NH2 minus. You know, NH2 minus is very strong base, so you cannot do this. We will not do this because it is not a good leaving group. NH2 minus is not a good leaving group. It is a very strong base. So it is a strong base. So what we'll do? We'll use proton. So if you use RNH2 and H plus will come and this nitrogen has a lone pair. And you will take the lone pair of H plus and you convert into RNH3 plus. Now positive charge on nitrogen, very unstable. So now we can easily break. So it will give R plus and NH3. So this is the one method of formation of carbocation. Another method of formation of carbocation is by reaction of electrophile. By reaction of electrophile with olefinic bond. What are olefinic bonds? See, olefinic bonds, nothing but pi bond. Pi bonds are called olefinic bonds. So, first example I will take in this case, CH2, double bond, CH2. So, electrophile, we will take any electrophile E plus. Now see what will happen in this case. When this electrophile will approach, this alkene is what? This alkene is nucleophile. It has pi bond and pi bond has loose electron. So the loose electron this electrophile can use. So here alkene will act as a nucleophile and D plus is electrophile. So when this electrophile approach alkene, so this alkene will start polarizing this pi bond. And this pi bond, it can move in this direction and it can move in this direction also. Initially there was no polarization in the case of this alkene. Another example we will take where there will be polarization, but here in this case there is no polarization. So when this alkene will come, this pi bond will start shifting towards the direction of alkene. Suppose in this case this alkene is approaching from this direction, so pi bond will start shifting in this direction. So we have seen that on the tail positive charge will come and on the face negative charge will come. So here positive charge will come, here negative charge will come, and electrophile will form bond with the negative charge because electrophile has positive charge. It will convert into CH2 plus on the tail positive charge and on the face negative charge will come and it will convert into, it will form bond with electrophile. So in this way we can also form carbocation. Another example we take where there will be some amount of polarization before the electrophile only. Before approaching of electrophile there will be polarization. You will see this example. Now tell me, between these three carbon, carbon number A, carbon number B, carbon number C, which has more electron density? Between these three carbon, which has more electron density? A, B or C? See, in this case, without electrophile also, there will be some polarization in this compound. And what is the region of polarization? See, this is not the real structure. I have told you that this is not the real structure because this is hypothetical structure. In this case, hyperconjugation is taking place. This CH3 group will show hyperconjugation. This CH3 group is showing plus S effect. So due to plus S effect, on which carbon electron density will increase? So if we draw the hyperconjugation structure, negative charge will come on this carbon. So this carbon has highest electron density. Now if electrophile will come, now electrophile will this is already somewhat polarized, and after polarizing, electrophile is saying that this carbon has more electron density. So electrophile will attack that carbon which has more electron density. So in this case, polarization of bond will take place in this direction due to hyperconjugation. It will come here. So electrophile will attack on this carbon because this has more electron density. This carbon has more electron density due to hyperconjugation, due to plus H effect of CH3. So electrophile will attack this carbon because it has high electron density. So product form will be CH3, CH positive charge will come here on the tail positive charge and will be CH2 and E. Between these three carbon, this carbon is highest electron density. So electrophile will attack on this carbon. Now next example I will take. NO2 CH double bond CH2. Now in between these two carbon, which has more electron density, A or B? On which carbon this electrophile will attack, which has more electron density? So if we see, this NO2 is applying minus R effect, and due to this minus R effect, this pi electron is moving toward this. So in the resonating structure, this will have delta positive charge. So this one B has least electron density because due to minus R effect of this NO2 group, this pi electron is moving on this carbon in resonance. It is in resonance and it is moving on this carbon. So on this carbon, electron density is increasing due to minus I or minus R effect of NO2. This is attracting the pi electron towards itself. NO2 is attracting the pi electron towards itself. So electron density on this carbon is increasing and electron density on this carbon is decreasing. So E plus will attack on this carbon because it has more electron density. So it will be like this: NO2 CH, here it will be E, and CH2 plus. Next example. Fourth one. O CH double bond CH2 CH3. Now if you Now in this case, electrophile will attack on which carbon? So this is carbon number P, this is carbon number Q, and this is carbon number R. So which carbon has more electron density? Now see, this is in resonance. So this pi electron will come here, this lone pair will come here, and this pi electron will go here. So this carbon has highest electron density, na? Carbon R has highest electron density. So electrophile will attack on this carbon. So if electrophile will attack on this carbon, product form will be H3C, CH plus, and CH2, and here electrophile will be present. You will see in all these cases most stable carbocation is forming. So polarization of bond, whenever electrophile will attack, polarization of pi electron will take in such a place that more stable carbocation will be formed. So in all these cases, in note you can write polarization of bond, polarization of pi bond takes place in such a way that most stable carbocation formed. See, in the second example, if you form carbocation here, that will be less stable than this one. No? So polarization of bond, if you are not understanding, okay, where more electron density is present, so just form the carbocation which is more stable. That will be the better. That will be the product. So here also if you see, if you add electrophile here, carbocation will form here, and this is the most stable carbocation because it has 5 alpha hydrogen. It is 5 alpha hydrogen. If you form carbocation here, it will have 2 alpha hydrogen only, so that will be not most stable. Now here you see, if you form carbocation on this carbon, so it is directly connected with NO2, and NO2 apply minus R effect and minus I effect. So that will be very less stable. Na? And if carbocation is forming here, it is more stable than this carbocation. So polarization of pi bond will take place in such a way that most stable carbocation form. Now fifth example is very important, most important example. Now we have this Cl attached with CH double bond CH2. Now E plus is approaching this compound, where E plus will attack. Now this Cl is applying plus R effect and is also applying minus I effect. So my plus R effect, it applies on pi bond, and minus R effect, it applies on sigma bond. So it decreasing the electron density decreasing in sigma bond, and from plus R, it increases the electron density in pi bond. Now this electrophile is not interacting with sigma bond. No? Electrophile is only interacting with pi bond. So on which carbon pi bond electron density is more? On this carbon or this carbon? So pi bond electron density, this Cl will show plus R effect. So pi bond electron density will increase on this carbon, and sigma bond electron density will decrease. So but electrophile react with pi bond. Electrophile does not react with sigma bond. So here pi bond electron density is increasing on this carbon. That's why electrophile will react with this carbon. It will not react with this carbon. So in this case, product form will be Cl, CH plus, and CH2E. See, remember, in the case of halogens, always there will be confusion, because halogens show plus R effect and minus I effect, and plus R effect it shows in pi bond, and minus I effect it shows in sigma bond. It's another case that minus I effect is more dominant on plus R effect, but in this case electrophile react with pi bond, so it is increasing the pi bond electron density on this carbon. That's why this electrophile will react with this carbon instead of this carbon, because electrophile react with pi 1 electron density. Electrophile does not react with sigma 1 electron density. So this will be the most stable. This will be the compound form. Now last example. NH3 plus CH double bond CH2. Now in this case, if electrophile will attack, on which carbon it will attack? Now this group is not showing resonance. It is only showing. It is also not showing hyperconjugation. It is only showing I effect, minus I effect. It is not showing resonance, not showing hyperconjugation. It is showing I effect, inductive effect, and it is showing minus I effect. So in this case, we will form the carbocation which will be more stable. So more stable carbocation will be this. This will be the most stable carbocation. If you form carbocation on this carbon, positive charge beside each other, very unstable. The seventh question. Now in this case, if electrophile will attack, which carbocation will form? So this carbon is highest electron density, or you can say if electrophile will attach on this carbon, so carbocation will form on this carbon, and this is the most stable carbocation because it is 3-degree carbocation. Eighth example. See, we have E plus and we have only one equivalent of E plus. It means it can only attack only one pi bond. So which pi bond will attack? See, if we attack this pi bond, if electrophile attacking this pi bond, so product form will be this. Positive here and electrophile will be here. Now if we attack this pi bond, so product form will be this. So this is the most stable product. Now this is the most stable carbocation. So it will not attack on this pi bond. This will not form. It will not attack on this pi bond because in this case, this carbocation is less stable than this carbocation. So if only one equivalent of electrophile is present, so we will attack that pi bond which is forming a stable carbocation, most stable carbocation. So in this case, this is the most stable carbocation. So this will be the product. This will be the carbocation will be formed from the attack of electrophile. Similarly, 9th question. If only we will have E plus and only one equivalent of E plus is present, so we'll attack any of the pi bond in this case, and this will be the product form. And now this is resonance stabilized. It will not form on this carbon because it will form on this carbon, that will not resonance stabilize. So that will be not most stable carbocation. So one last example, 10th one. You can do it from your home. This you have to do it from home. Which carbocation it will form? Okay, that's it for today. Thank you.